Thank you very much, Chelsea. Well, we are joined by a smiling new member of the WSAZ family. Erica Bivens is here.
That's right. Yeah, you probably saw her. We've seen her a few times throughout our shows, but we wanted to actually sit down and talk with you. We like to introduce everybody before you really get into things. So tell us a little bit about yourself. You've been all over the place.
I know. So kind of in this business, you move around a lot, but I'm actually coming up from Lake Charles, Louisiana. The station was KPLC. We were the NBC and Fox affiliate down there, and before that, I was actually in St. Thomas in the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Yeah, which sounds fabulous.
I know, it would be amazing.
And when, the story of you down there is just like, when you told me about what happened.
How I ended up there, right?
And how you ended up there, and then how you ended up married, and how you, I'm jumping ahead a little bit now, but it's quite a story.
Yeah, it's amazing. But I moved down there, and I actually met my now husband. He's in the Coast Guard, and he's kind of what transferred us up to Lake Charles, Louisiana, and now we're here because he'll be transferred over to the Coast Guard station in Barbersville.
Amazing.
I'm sure you guys have been there.
Absolutely.
But before St. Thomas, there it is right there, the beautiful waters. You can tell, just crystal clear.
You lived there.
It's
you
so
woke
beautiful.
up to that every day.
Look what a great picture.
Yeah, that's our wedding. We got married in St. John there.
Okay, so I haven't heard the story. What brought you to St. Thomas?
So, back it up to when I was in Michigan, which is where I'm actually from.
Okay.
My then boyfriend at the time, who studied law, was like, hey, I'm going to go practice law half the year down there. I said, well, if you're going to do that, I'm going to look for a job. So, I got a job, and I moved down there without him, just on my own. Didn't know a soul down there, and everything kind of worked out, and I was a reporter and anchor for a few years down there, and then, I met my husband, Joe.
You cut your teeth covering crime. Now, you wouldn't, I remember you telling me that. I was thinking, like,
you'd never think that.
What?
There.
You're in a vacation isle, but you know, people live there too, and unfortunately people commit crimes. And you said it was kind of violent.
Yeah, very, very violent. I mean, we were down to maybe a homicide a day. It got pretty bad. But again, like you said, the tourists never heard about it, because when you think about it, when you're a tourist visiting, the first thing you do probably isn't turn on the news. You know, you're enjoying your vacation and going to the beaches and doing all tourist-related things.
There's a whole different side of it.
Totally different world.
Really interesting. Okay, so let's talk about this. That's your husband again. What is his name?
This is Joe.
How long have you guys been married?
4 years. Funny story. Our anniversary, we were actually on the road from Louisiana moving here. So that's how we spent our anniversary.
On the road, on the road. In a new house.
Yeah.
And you guys have a couple of fur babies.
We sure do. Yeah, we love animals. Have 2 dogs and a cat. Another kind of crazy story was the most recent family member there, the dog, Tito. He wasn't a family member until right before we moved. Yeah, I was out running, love running through the neighborhoods, and Tito, the one on the bottom there, he decided to find me out on a run.
Wow.
And he followed me about a mile and a half home. And I thought, well, okay, you don't have a name tag, you had a collar on, so we took him to the vet, had him scanned, but no chip.
No chip.
Yeah, so we put out, you know, his picture and everything, and for about 2 weeks we didn't hear anything from owners, and we said, you know what, let's just get him vaccinated, and hey, we're moving. So
has he been a good addition? Has his behavior been good?
Surprisingly, I mean, they're all clowns. You see them there. That's how they are every single day. The cat and dog and Tito at the bottom.
And I love that you said, you told me the other day that you've picked up one from each place that you've lived.
Yeah, one from every place we've lived. Barley, the dog you saw at the top there, he was from Michigan. The cat was from St. Thomas in the islands. Got her from the Humane Society. And then Tito. Yeah.
Well, it sounds maybe you have to add a horse or some type of mule.
What can you add here? I don't know. Don't tell my husband though.
You'll end up with one. Okay, you said you are from Detroit, Michigan area, and talk about your family, brothers and sisters.
Everybody back home in Detroit?
Yeah, they're still there. Oh, there's a lovely baby shot of me right there. Yeah, grew up in Michigan, only child. I think I loved animals just too much, which is why I have them. They were considered part of the family, you know, growing up.
So you're much closer to home now.
Yes, and my parents are very excited.
Just a few hours away.
Yeah, nice drive there for the weekend, hopefully.
I bet they love it.
Oh, that was, I think, the first day of kindergarten.
That would be.
She loved that. My mom actually sewed that little dress together.
Did she really?
That's so cute.
Some skills.
There you go.
The love for the animals. Buffy. Yeah, it was our first dog that I remember.
Kind of looks like one of the dogs you have now.
That's quite a pose,
similar
too.
color. I was so bow-legged as a child. It's not even funny. And the fat cheeks. Oh, yeah, there it is.
No, it's terrific. Yeah. So what made you want to go into journalism? Was there a point in your life where you decided?
When I was a little girl, like probably 6 or 7 years old, I was was enthralled with Oprah and Barbara Walters. Don't know why, but as a kid, I just, and this is when Oprah was, you know, a talk show host and everything. Yeah. And I just would mimic her at home. And Barbara Walters, I would sit and try to interview people when I was a kid. Yeah. Probably not how every child spends their childhood, but
it's a start.
That was me, and I loved it. Yeah, so that's kind of just stuck with me for the rest of my life.
And here you are now.
Yeah.
We're so happy to have you and to be part of the WSAZ family.
Well, thanks for coming on on this show.
So glad to be here. Yeah.
Opening up about it.
This was my last station there. You can't see the bottom, but it does say Detroit Lions because that's my football
team. They're your team. You got to root for them.
Win or lose, you got to stick with them. There they are. Yep. That's true.
They will. I mean, I think they have a better shot at turning around because they have kind of turned it around a little bit. And this is a Miss Universe.
Yeah, we didn't talk about this. This is really cool.
This is in the Virgin Islands in St. Thomas. We had of course, there's the Miss Universe and the Miss America track for folks who don't know. I did the Miss Universe track line for the U.S. Virgin Islands, and I actually did it for a story to do a behind the scenes of what it takes to essentially be in a pageant. So it was like a 6-month, you know, compilation basically of everything that we went through. Pretty cool.
What did you glean from that story more than anything? What one thing stands out for you about when you found out?
A lot of hard work, of course, and that actually the bonds you make with the girls, the contestants, that surprised me because you think kind of behind the scenes everyone might be catty and it's a competition, but no, not at all. We're still close friends to this day.
That's awesome. Such a great thing to hear. Erica, thank you.
Thanks,
You're welcome. Thanks for having me here.
Absolutely, and we are excited, of course, that she is here. You can check her out by following you on Facebook, Twitter, all of that fun stuff. Is it just Erica Bivens?
Erica Bivens, yep.
Okay, check her out there.
There you go.
We'll be right back.